Oh, yes. You are so reverent, friends and family. You may now sit down. Come on. And finally, let us remember all of our loved ones, good friends laid to rest, including Tawny's grandma Jillian, who would have celebrated her 95th birthday today. And let all people, living or dying, hear the traditional Buddhist prayer that goes, may all beings be safe. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be happy. May all beings live free of pain. And may all beings live in ease. With that, we now move into the story of how this came to be. For our purpose here, it all began when Chuck was born in Eureka in 1970, and then came along Tawny in 1971. However, it wasn't until December 2007 that the two connected. Tawny at first noticed a gruff and almost grumpy Chuck sharing at an NA meeting. But then he laughed, and in the dazzle of his smile, she was able to see that there was much more to him. Chuck, in all his manhood, saw that Tawny was timid, but that, whoa, was she hot. And to sum it up in polite terms, had a radiant smile. There are persons so radiant, wrote Henry Ward Beecher, persons so genial, so kind, so pleasure-bearing, that you instinctively feel in their presence that they do you good, whose coming into a room is like the bringing of a lamp there. And that lamp is Tawny. That lamp is Chuck. Right after they connected at that meeting, Chuck invited Tawny over for a home-cooked dinner. Venison and instant mashed potatoes. The two became practically inseparable after that, and a friendship grew up and into a passionate romance that 6 months later was proclaimed to be love. With Chuck, Tawny doesn't have to put on a persona to please him like women so often do. No, Tawny quickly knew that this man liked her for her. This man liked her both inside and out. She imagines the future with him not with fear and anxiety, but with excitement. Chuck, being a man of his word, as you know, he says what he means, and he means what he says. And Chuck says that Tawny makes him feel like he is the only man in the world. And he is. Tawny's Chuck, or her squirrel as she calls him, because he has a hard time sitting still, is her ace. She describes him as strong, protective, mischievous, calm, sexy, and he gives without expecting, and eagerly helps when needed. He encourages her in so many ways to believe in herself, and decorates her with compliments, saying how beautiful she is, how thankful he is for her, and how he never dreamed a relationship could be this way. And you know what? He holds her and hugs her until she understands and acknowledges that he really means it. Chuck describes Tawny as being the definition of loving, the definition of kind. Her love means that she will do anything to make your life better. She will go to any length to help you achieve your aim. Yes, she is also the definition of giving. She is even known to render people powerless when faced with her meals. One of his favorites, stuffed pork chops. They enjoy doing everything together, be it running errands, going out to dinner, taking walks. As long as they're in each other's company, they couldn't be happier. They've already bought a house together, intend to build a house together, to travel to places they've only read about, to continue to live clean, and be present in each moment, no matter if it's easy or hard. At the end of the day, what Tawny and Chuck both cherish, though, are their children. Casey, Randall, Michael, Marisa, and Mallory. That they've combined their families into one harmonious entity. Chuck says that Tawny has really brought this out in him, his love of family and dinners at the table together, that she's turned the house into a home. And Tawny is awed that it's not just her time that Chuck wants, he wants her children's time too. And the mothers and grandmothers aren't left out either. Chuck has brought out Tawny's tenderness, her strength, and self-assurance. He's turned her onto history and tries to teach her how to build things. Tawny, in turn, has helped Chuck to love again and to get out of the house and have some fun, both being no small task. Chuck and Tawny face obstacles hand in hand. When one is off, the other holds it together. Tawny provides Chuck a sanctuary for his emotions, verification that he is worthy of receiving the same love, generosity, and acceptance that he gives to others. Maintaining the balance, Chuck's encouragement helps to quell Tawny's sometimes overwhelming emotions, reminding her that they'll pass and things will be okay. This couple believes that when you put your best foot forward, the Creator is pleased and clears and aligns your path. For example, just 2 weeks after Chuck proposed, Tawny, who had been adopted as a newborn, her birth family out of Missouri found her. Each couple, every intentional partnership brings a power to the universe. Chuck says that the power of their union brings safety and stability to the world. Tawny says they are an example every day that the impossible is possible. Theirs is a testimony that the ultimate result of any process of self-healing is love. And marriage, as one of its happiest consequences, is living in the presence of another human being as your whole and liberated self. So let those who feel unloved, disheartened, or weighed down by a sense of inadequacy feel the brilliant shadow cast by Chuck and Tawny. Let their tale of faith, hope, and ultimately love be a comfort and reminder that the universe works in mysterious and wondrous ways.